Well, I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I know it's pretty cloudy out there. We have a stalled frontal boundary that is located just off our coastline, and that's what brought us all the rain that we had last night. And we even had a pretty decent area of low pressure form that is now just off of our coastline. But let me tell you, this past week has been an extremely rainy week for portions of eastern Texas into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, really anywhere along the Gulf Coast, as this frontal boundary has not been moving all that much. The reason why they call it a stationary front is because it just doesn't move all that much. And when you have a stationary front that is sitting over the very warm waters of the northeastern Gulf of Mexico, drawing in a ton of moisture and evaporating all that moisture, it creates a very rainy week, and that's exactly what we have been seeing. And unfortunately, we're not going to change this forecast all that much for portions of the Gulf Coast. So if you live anywhere from eastern Texas into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, and even into Georgia now, and possibly the low country here, I do think that it'll be a pretty nice week for us, but really the whole entire deep south and the Gulf Coast, it is going to be another very rainy week for you. Thankfully, it'll be a very nice week for us, which I'll tell you more about coming up in just a few minutes. Let's take a look at that forecast as we head into the second half of the work week for your day tomorrow. Still looking at a lot of clouds out there. Only a very small chance of an isolated shower. Most of us will be staying dry, but there's going to be that very small chance of an isolated shower. Temperatures will be starting out in the mid to upper 60s, warming up into the low to mid 70s as we head into your afternoon. We'll call it a high of 76 degrees at 4 p.m. And then gradually as that sun heads below back down the horizon, temperatures will be falling back into the lower 70s, maybe even the upper 60s as we head deeper into the evening hours. Now, as we head into the upcoming work week, like I was just telling you, this frontal boundary is not going to be moving all that much. It's still going to be another very rainy week for portions of eastern Texas into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, pretty much right along the Gulf Coast. It's going to be another very rainy week. But thankfully for us, high pressure will be building back in over our region. And let me tell you, this is going to make for an absolutely beautiful week, especially for your day on Monday, your day on Tuesday, and also into your day on Wednesday. Here's a look at the forecast as we head into your day on Monday. Highs right along the coastline will be topping out in the mid-70s, 76 from Murrells Inlet into 76 from Georgetown into Murrells Inlet and Myrtle Beach, 77 there in North Myrtle Beach. As you head further inland across the PD and along the border, about 77 to 78 degrees, a very nice and mild September day. The best part about it, lots of sunshine is going to be in that forecast. A beautiful day to start out the brand new work week. A little windy. Winds will be out of the northwest at about 10 to 15, potentially gusting as high as 20 miles per hour, but still a nice sunny day in September. We really can't ask for anything better than that. Now, I want to turn all of our attention to what is going on in the tropics, because over the last couple of weeks, we've kind of been seeing a lull in activity. There's multiple good reasons for it, but considering that we're now in September, which is historically the most active season of which is the active month of the hurricane season, that lull that we've been seeing is not very common. However, we're now finally starting to see more activity happen in the tropics. One area in particular, this has the highest percent chance of becoming the next named storm over the next 7 days. This is Invest 91L. Basically, it just means that the National Hurricane Center is now investigating this a lot more. It's a very unorganized cluster of thunderstorms that is now in the southeastern Bay of Campeche. And over the next 7 days, this is where the National Hurricane Center is going to be thinking that this tropical wave could turn into a tropical storm. Nonetheless, we have a stalled frontal boundary to the north of us, a lot of deep tropical moisture in the Gulf of Mexico. Whenever you combine a tropical wave with very deep tropical moisture and a stalled front, that is going to make for a very rainy week. So regardless of whether this becomes a named storm or not, another very rainy week is going to be ahead for portions of Texas into Louisiana, really the whole entire Gulf coastline. So please be sure you are keeping a very close eye on that. And then aside from that, we do have two other areas that we're watching out for in the tropics. One of them is a relatively unhealthy and unorganized cluster of thunderstorms that is now just to the south and west of the Bay of Campeche. The National Hurricane Center is only giving this a 20% chance of development somewhere in this general area over the next 7 days. And then just to the west of that, we also have another tropical wave that this now has a 40% chance of becoming a named storm as it heads northeast of the Windward and Leeward Islands. Both of these have a relatively low chance of becoming a named storm, but God forbid, even if they did become a named storm, we have multiple days to watch this. I mean, pretty much at least a week, if not more than that, to watch both of these storms. So thankfully, for as far as my general area goes, there's no immediate tropical threat coming to our area within the next 7 to 10 days. And here's a quick look at the current names that we will be using to name all the storms that formed this year. We haven't seen another named storm form since Hurricane Ernesto impacted the Bahamas, basically almost a month ago. So it's been a while. But if any of these systems do become a named storm, the next name on the list is Francine. Here's a look at your extended 10-day forecast, proudly brought to you by Hunter Plumbing Services. Aside from clouds tomorrow, look at the forecast for your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It will be beautiful out there, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures also pretty nice. Upper 70s for your Monday, low 80s for your Tuesday and Wednesday. We do increase our cloud cover and small rain chances as we head into your Thursday and Friday, but still, sunshine Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That is a darn good forecast if you ask me. Here's a look at that forecast as you head further inland. Cloudy tomorrow, but Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, absolutely beautiful. Lots of sunshine out there. Temperatures will be topping out in the low to mid 80s. Overnight lows will be in the upper 50s come overnight Monday night, and then we're back in the low to mid 60s for your Tuesday and your Wednesday night. I hope you all have a great Sunday and an even better work week ahead.